Welcome back to Studio 701. You may consider yourself more of a cat person or a dog person, but here on Studio 701, we care about all animals.
In today's Paws and Claws, we welcome Brittany Mack from Hip Kids Therapy.
Oh gosh, I'm always so excited when we have Brittany here. And Brittany, you brought a special guest. Who did you bring?
I did. This is Roland. Roland the goat.
Roland the goat. And he looks like he's what kind of fan is he?
He's a Colts fan.
Oh. Look at his little bandana. So cute. Now, he recently went to school this morning, as a matter of fact. What can you tell us about his experience there?
He did, yes. He popped in at my office at the school, and there were some kids. Their comments were, maybe we could get him a new collar. And I said, well, I think his face makes up for that. And a lot of staff and administration really loved him. It was really fun to see their faces. They were like, oh, hi, good morning. And then it was like, oh my gosh. And like everybody had a similar expression. So
there's some pictures at a school right there.
Yes, and so this was from a couple weeks ago. Roland actually spent the day at Centennial School. Mrs. Ray is their special education and behavioral strategist there. And she is a wonderful, wonderful volunteer with us out at Hip Kids Therapy. And so she had asked if we could bring him in. And so they had lots and lots of positive experiences. The kids kind of flocked. I brought him into the office, and they had their front window, and the kids like just flocked in. We're all looking in the front window. Well, he definitely gets attention.
And he's very young. How old is he?
He is 3 weeks old today.
Oh, wow.
And you'll see he's kind of nibbling here. So he is a bottle baby, so he was a twin, and his mama didn't have enough milk. And so then we want to make sure, you know, he gets all the nutrition that he needs. And so that is why he is a bottle baby. He's kind of got a nice suite in the garage, so he doesn't get too cold, because it's still cold here and a little early in the year. But yeah.
Will he get much bigger than that, or is it about the size?
Yep, he is going to get a little bit bigger. He is actually a Nubian boar cross.
Okay.
So the Nubian goats are most commonly the ones you see at the zoo that everybody is familiar with, and he likes to nibble on hair. He likes to nibble on anything really he can get to. So yeah, those are the bigger goats. And then the boar goats are typically a stockier goat as well. So he's a mix. So he won't be real big, but not real small.
Well, he's kind of a little bit of a lover. Now, you chose a goat, too, because we're talking about the big game and who the GOAT might be, which, if you don't know what that means, it's the greatest of all time. So we decided that we're going to let Roland decide who he thinks is going to maybe potentially win the big game. We have a Chiefs logo on the one box here and a Buccaneers on the other, and we're going to let Roland kind of decide. Okay, Roland, you're looking kind of sleepy though, bud. I know you got a long morning.
we gotta prep you, wake you up for the big game.
Are you ready, bud? Okay. Moment of truth.
Here we go.
Which one's it going to be?
He doesn't go for shoelaces.
Hello, honey, but you can't come hang with me. Not today.
He's thinking about it.
Nope.
He's thinking about it.
Neither? Which one is it going to be, Roland?
Will you jump on?
What if we put a piece of bubble gum on each one?
Well, he probably can't chew gum yet, right?
He's like, Mom, just pick me up.
Okay, Brittany, I have another question. Oh, is he going? If he goes, we'll let him go. But I did have another question, which is, you know, you have horses and all kinds of animals that deal with therapy in children. So how does Roland visiting children in schools kind of help them in a therapy sense?
Yeah, so I think we see, and what we saw quite evident this last time he was in there, are some of those kids who might be going through some challenging times, whether it's at home, at school, really kind of relaxing for them. It helps decrease, there we go. It helps decrease the anxiety. You know, some of those kids who have challenging behaviors, and so it kind of really helps bring the focus on them and to talk about wanting to keep the animal in a calm body and showing them that if, you know, we're having a bad day or we might scream or yell, that the goat or animal might react. We can also bring it in for lots of other educational purposes, you know, talking about responsibility and cares and, you know, depending on what we're learning in other subjects about, if we're learning about goats or mammals or, you know, anything like that. So I think there's a lot of different varieties and things that we can use. You're supposed to be on the boxes, mister.
He hasn't chosen yet, which
He hasn't.
we can maybe even get a treat, and maybe we'll get video of that in the break. How did you come up with the name Roland? Because guess what? First of all, it's National Weather Person's Day, so we forgot to say that to Dave, but Roland is Dave's middle name, and Roland is also Jeff's middle name.
This is true.
That's a popular name. We didn't even know it.
So how did you come up with that for him?
You know, it kind of seemed to just kind of fit. And we tossed the idea around a little bit. My mom is a crucial role kind of in helping name too. And she had kind of mentioned it and we're like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And then his little own hashtag, Rollin' with Rollin', kind of just came as we were toting him around and going to different events and things like that. So yeah, it kind of really just fit him.
That's awesome. Okay, we are going to see if we can get Roland to choose the winner, maybe in the commercial break. We'll get a treat or something. But, you know, Giving Hearts Day is coming up February 11th. We want to give a shout out to Hip Kids Therapy because we know that you could be a recipient of that. So make sure you keep them in mind for Giving Hearts Day. And for more information, make sure you visit hipkidstherapy.com. A lot more fun on the way. We have to